everybody's doing well. I feel peaceful today. I feel peaceful many days, but I really feel calm, like my energy is blessed. I don't know, and I'm very finding so many things to be grateful for. If I told you those things, you would really, I think most people would worry about that. It's like, it's so small. Why are you grateful for that? Or deep in my heart, it's not a fluff, because God knows fluff. I would never pretend. God knows I'm grateful for these little things. So little. And the big things, of course. But okay. Why am I feeling this way, Lord? And for those who are offended by that, please don't be. That's just my personal connection. If you are Buddhist, you're welcome here. If you are, Mother God, and you stay away from Father God or masculine. I know a lot of women nowadays are feeling more empowered by embracing the divine as a feminine energy. I just had my own personal feeling, resonance, if you will. So for that energy, and for me, if I were, ever refer as him or he, that's just my own. But it's not to say, oh, I'm right and you're wrong, and your way doesn't count. I would never, never, ever. It's just personal, Okay, so we have big ambitions coming out first. Use your potential to work diligently for your dreams. Overcome obstacles. I was thinking first and foremost NBA players and sports, people in sports. Though I'm not a big sports fan, especially the whole, and I've spoken about that many times, the organizations behind them. However, the athletes and their big hearts, nobody can take away from that. It takes a lot of discipline, determination. Overcoming, a lot of them don't come from posh backgrounds, so it takes a lot for them to believe in themselves, to overcome the daily impoverished or the challenges that poverty brings upon you. So I'll never take away from the athletes. If I ever speak against sports, it is the system behind it, the competitiveness that makes people go against each other or try to prove that they are better than another. But as far as having the courage and the heart to overcome challenges, that's major. Nobody can take that from anyone. So yes, big ambitions. Maybe that's you. Maybe you're not an athlete, but you had to overcome many challenges to do something. It could be just to even get to work every day. It could be a hassle. You may have physical limitations or a health issue that is a challenge for you, but yet you get up and go to work every day. I remember my great-grandfather who had a farm or worked on a farm, despite his hands being crippled, and he was the hardest worker anyone knew. So maybe that's your spirit. Okay, let's see what else. Fear is the path to the dark side. Fear leads to anger. Anger leads to hate. Hate leads to suffering. Wow, yeah. And if you ever think about your path in life, whenever you were fearful, not always did you allow that fear to lead to anger, hate, and suffering. But you may know someone who did. Or maybe you have been afraid or fearful. Inside insecurity is also a fear, which leads you to be angry at others who have what you don't have, assuming that they have an easier life, not realizing everybody has different challenges. You are born with a set to overcome. Others are born to overcome obstacles of their own. So there should never be a comparison. But a lot of times that's what this is about, comparison to others. And then that hate leading to suffering. Because maybe you let that hate for someone steer you to do something reckless, criminal even, and that will lead to your own suffering if you're not careful. So that's why we should always check our fear and insecurity at the door before it becomes something that we can no longer control, before it overtakes us. Let's see what else, Spirit. I'm just going on messages today. No form or fashion, just whatever wants to come out. This may or may not apply to you, or one message may. A milestone, a status change, an announcement, a message. Maybe I haven't been showing. Sorry. Maybe you have a milestone, a status change. That could be even a marriage. Like now you are married and your status has changed. Or it could be now you're president and you used to be the administrator, or the administrative assistant or something like that. Milestone. Maybe on your projects, you know, you leveled up. You learn how to do something that would take your business to the next level. If you're a creator. Okay. Okay. It's staring at me, but I hadn't shuffled this other day. I'm just going to take the top because it caught my eye. Inflated ego. With the status change and this upgrade, and you will announce it, but be mindful of having an inflated ego along the way as you upgrade, is what Spirit is saying. Remember that this is a miracle for you, a blessing to bless others, but not to want to outshine others. Let's end it with a tarot card to see which one resonates with this entire message. Wow, the Wheel of Fortune. It is your time. You are progressing. You are leveling up. Congratulations.